Welcome back, guys. We are going to maybe have a shorter episode. I'm not sure yet. Just gonna be a quick little tour of our starter area. Show you guys what I was working on between uh, episode, I believe it was 5, and last episode, which was 6, would have been the Cheese Tower of Power. Um, just to give you guys an idea of what I like to do at the beginning, and also some things that I learned. So here was our base, and you'll notice that on our last episode we had these bushes with these apples on it. Now, this was not a thing that I knew existed until I was playing around. So what I was doing was I took apples from our oak trees and I would combine them with saplings. Let's see if I have a sapling in here. I should somewhere. We'll go with oak because I know it works. So you just take 3 apples and you make an apple sapling. Now you can do this with most of the fruits from Pam's Harvest Craft or most of the fruits in general, and then you plant it. Okay, no big deal. It grows up. It has apples, right? Well, it takes a really long time for these apples to grow, and some of these trees, like this one over here, didn't have a lot of apples growing on them when they sprouted, which is not fun. Well, I saw when I was flipping through everything that you can take these apples and combine them. And it was pretty cheap, really. Uh, where's our sprout? Right here. So it's 2 apples and 2 sticks, and you make this sprout, and it says plant below a leaf to grow. So I was like, okay, let's try that. And I put it here. And what I noticed was they look a little different, and when I right-clicked on them, they did a different sound, and they gave me more sprouts. So I was like, okay, let me check this out. And I was able to make a super apple tree, just to do it like aesthetically. Um, but these guys grow crazy fast compared to the the apple saplings. So let's sleep real fast. Okay. But so I just added them under my tree and they give me more sprouts. I don't know if this was planned. It feels like super duper overpowered, because you can just take bushes, line them up, and then put these under them and just have infinite infinite apples in a very short amount of time. I don't know if I was just getting lucky or what, but like they grow way fast. They for sure grow way faster than these guys. Um, so yeah, like I think they'll tell me if I like this guy's halfway there and these guys are nowhere close. Ow. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And then I take uh, these apples and the silk that I was getting from these little silkworm guys, and I would combine them. Uh, so this spindle here, it allows me. Usually, you can take your cocoons and they make 2 per, but if you take it with the spindle here, it makes 9 per, which is very nice. And you can use the silk thread for stringing all of your recipes, from what I can tell. Um, but anyways, you take that, you combine it with the apples, and it makes fruit bait. So you take the fruit bait and you add them into these ground traps, which are from Pam's Harvest Craft, and you can essentially farm most, like a lot of mob drops that are considered wild, I guess. Nothing ever actually shows up, um, but you know, you just uh, drop off the food, and eventually it'll pop up. So what I like to do is not put in a full stack. For some reason, it'll only give you you only have 18 spots, and I think it uses the bait even if we're full and you can't add any more. And also the drops in here don't stack. So you're kind of wasting your bait, which isn't a big deal because look, they're already grown. You can't do that anywhere. You can't get service like that anywhere else. Look at this. This is crazy. It does tease me though when I see the yellow ones because I'm like, oh my goodness, did I hack the game and get golden apples for free? That would be amazing, but it's not. And really, I have the cheese tower of power, but I was also thinking like, if this didn't work out as good as it does, I could just power everything off of these apples. But you get these drops, which they're pretty easy to get in the first place, um, except for one thing, and that is these rabbit feet. And because I'm not a big fan of killing rabbits, I just like it when they randomly drop their feet off in a basket for me. But we're gonna need these rabbit feets, footies. I don't know, foot, rabbit feet. I guess rabbit feet would make more sense. And we're gonna use these later on, especially when it comes to rats, because we need them for this, which is needed for this, which is like very later game, not late game, but later game. We're gonna need them. So yeah, that's what that's for. Um, Next up, so I just planted a bunch of wheat to grow for my cows. Um, just real simple. I got my worms here from a couple episodes ago. Uh, I just come around and right click, everything gets reset, and the worms grow my stuff for me. Now, I could use these crop sticks here, uh, and I will eventually for the wheat, but I don't right now because if I right click with the wheat on the crop sticks, I don't get any seeds, and I want seeds for future things. And it's not hard to just right click. Now, over here, I am using uh, the crop sticks, and that's because I am using mystical agriculture to make this essence, inferium essence. Now, I'm gonna try and avoid using it for resources as best I can, uh, but I do want to be able to use this stuff to make armor and weapons. Later on, you can make what's called supremium essence or supremium ingots, which is this red stuff here. And the weapons are very strong, like this guy here. One hit and it's 21 hearts or 21 halves of a heart. But it's also very useful in Tinker's Construct. It has really good stats, whether it's weapons or armor. So I want that. Um, Also, I will use it for resource generation uh, for stuff that is either not easily obtained uh, or I'm gonna put my string here because I might need it later. Uh, Not easily obtained or just for decoration. So like I can use it to make stone seeds, which can be used to make stone, obviously. Um, so what I'm doing right now is I'm taking it and I'm trying to convert uh, my seeds over here, my essence seeds, into tier 6 is where I want to go. Right now we're at tier 2, but since I got this orange essence here, I can bump it up to tier 3. And you'll see why I use the crop sticks here in a second. Once I'm able to uh, get it up to tier 6, which is going to take a minute, uh, I'm going to use the tier 6 seeds. Oh no, did I? It's awkward. Um, Hold on. We might be able to salvage what I've done wrong. I forgot I needed 8 of these intermedium. Alright, now that I have 8, I act like I always had 8 and plan this perfectly. But now I have tier 3. So it takes a long time to make this essence right now because I don't have like a crazy farm. But what I can do with these crop sticks is I can just drop off the tier 3, and as it grows in these crop sticks, it'll actually spread, which is what we want because this takes way less time for it to spread than it does for me to harvest it all the time, plant more seeds, or get more essence, um, and eventually have enough to make all our seeds. So now what will happen is this is going to grow, and once it reaches its maturity level, it's going to spread out to the next block. And then once that grows, it goes into its next block. Okay? So there's that. We've got our cows over here that we're going to harvest later on. Probably not right now. Probably when I'm not recording. I just like how this is going. I added a energy cell over here just to have, I can store energy and use it or move it later, like for this guy over here. I guess I could also just add another generator. Where are you going? Are we going head on over somewhere? I don't know. So there's that. I also added a smeltery over here. So I think in one of the episodes you guys saw me make these stations to make tools. Right now all I have is this pick. You guys saw me have a stone and regular wood pick. I changed the binding in it to living wood, and that actually allows me to have a couple more modifiers and also the stats a little bit better. But then I went and got some platinum and I turned that into my pickaxe head, um, because it allows me to mine cobalt, which is very high as far as mining level goes. In fact, I don't know that even this pickaxe would mine cobalt, and we need cobalt for most of the tools that we're going to be using. The smeltery over here, I just have gold because you need gold to make these casts, and eventually we're going to need a lot of casts to make everything that we need. So there's that. Uh, so yeah, and I'm also going to use the smeltery for a lot of different things later on, not just tools. I think I can also use it to make cheese blocks, which we're going to need. So yeah, there's that. Like I said last episode, I have these very simple machines that are both run on cheese. And these are my chests. I had to add more because it's so frustrating to... I added more preemptively because it's very frustrating to try and make more of these chests or crates before or while everything's full. I'm gonna go ahead and go to sleep so we don't get any rifters. Speaking of rifters, we can go ahead and open up our quest book. I did like a lot of small tasks that aren't very exciting in between episodes. That's why I have 45 quests. I didn't collect any of them because I wanted to do it on video just to see if we had anything cool that showed up. But these were all simple stuff. Like this one here, you get whenever you pick up gunpowder. And you get this little turtle buddy. I think he just blows up, so I'm not going to deal with that. We got some diamonds, which are very nice. Levitator, which I think it just get on it. Yeah, and it floats you up, which is pretty cool. I don't know that there's a way to make it stronger or not. But this could be cool. In fact, I actually want to be able to use these later on. How would you even make these? Can I use a pick? Oh, I need an axe. Oh, it still works. Okay, cool. How do you make this? So a block of sapphire, which I have a lot of sapphire, so we can make a bunch of these. In fact, what else do we need? Just wood? Okay, let's try and make this. Sapphire, I have a bunch, so we want a block of that. And some wood. So I wonder if you can stack the effect. So we put it there, we go a little above this, right at this tree. Let's see what happens if we put two. I think it's about the same. Oh well. But we can use this for some fun stuff later on. Ow. Uh, before we go anywhere else. Drop this stuff off. Put this here. In fact, let's put this here too. I don't want to mess them up. Eat some more of my cooked turkey cherry steak apple sandwich and cheese sandwich. Yum, 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 yum. It's actually very tasty. Let's open some more quest rewards. We got our diamond pick. These things are useless. Iceologer, so that's just like it holds mobs. This is for vampirism, which I'm probably not going to use. I did all of our seared brick tasks. Pudge hook launcher, don't know what that is. I made a backpack, and you can make different levels to it. This one is, I got all the way up to gold, because I didn't want to use diamonds on it just yet. And it's very useful when you go mining. What is this? Just makes this noise. Okay. Let's see. Did the piggyback. You saw me fail at using it last time. We have a chance cube, which I'm not going to open right now. I got some bones. So this allows me to make, or have a dog. Let me see. Right, so we have a little doggy. I can give him a name. So my first person to comment on this can name the dog. And it's a female. Age is 1. Uh, so, and I guess there's points left where you can take this and, oh, I guess you can't hear my dog. That's unfortunate. Oh well, she likes to bark. She's barking at probably the neighbor's dog who's over here in my yard messing stuff up. But there's all these different abilities that this guy has. I haven't really gotten far into him because I'm always worried that he's going to hurt himself. Probably want to give him Happy Eater. Well, we'll get back to it. But we can take this training treat and feed it to him, and then he goes up a level in level 16. But what's weird is we leveled up, but we're only level 1. So does he get experience from attacking mobs or something? It's a question. I have to look into that. I don't like you. We're deleting you. All right. Next up. Is there anything else here? I don't think so. We're going to go into the player shop. We're going to collect our coins from our reward collector. This is where we are automatically making cheese. And every couple seconds, we get 3 coins. Now, there's a block of cheese over here, but this is 32 blocks, and it only gives us 10 coins. I think my math is correct in that this is 4 times the amount of what's for this, because every block of cheese is 4 slices. So, or wait, oh, this is 8 times. So 4 gets us 3, and 32 gets us 10. 4 times 8. 32. 8 times 3 be, hold on, would be 24. So this would need to be at least 24. So I think my math is correct. Um, hopefully it is. If it's not, let me know. But I think it is. Either way, it's not a big deal um, because it's free. Uh, but it is nice if we were able to get more money faster. Um, in our agriculture, we got some seeds, which is really easy to get. Crop sticks. This is going to help us when we do harvest craft stuff. So, but we're going to wait on that until we get our max tier seeds. Magic and spellcasting. So I did a little bit of Botania. This is an opal. You just can get it from mining because I wanted to get the living wood. But it's real simple. You just get these flowers to make different items. Um, so I made living wood, which was helped me with my tools. Living rock is used to make these mana pools, which we're going to get to eventually. And you generate mana using these flowers that you have to create in your apothecary. I don't think I have the petals for these right now. Um, and I don't have a way of. I think these go off of like fire and stuff, which I don't have an easy way of generating. This wand allows you to connect your spreaders. I know like the general idea of all this, but I don't know everything about it. So this is going to be one of those mods that I also want to get into. This is what I really want to get into eventually. Um, just look at this weird stuff. I like looking at weird stuff. I don't think this is really even good. Like if I were to compare it to the armor that I want to make with Mystical Agriculture in Tinker's Construct, I think that is better than what this stuff is. But like there's a turret or an automatic crossbow. This just sounds so sick. So we'll get to that. Exploration. So I killed. Let's see. Uh, so I never obtained my stuff from this, but this is a bounty board. It has where you can go and fight mobs that are around, um, like a seagull if you wanted to. But I killed a rifter in between episodes. Um, he like snuck into my house and then I kind of cheesed it, but I was able to kill him. He actually had crazy buffs, uh, which was scary. These keys you can pick up from chests, and uh, you can use them to open up locked chests. But I haven't really done much exploration on that front, so I haven't used any of them. And then we did some of this together. I made this infusion crystal, which uses a diamond, and hopefully I get something good. I haven't really got anything good from these loot rewards. Splash potion of gravity, which I don't necessarily need. So I'm probably going to use, like, without guilt, use the mystical agriculture to make these essences, purely because it's part of the quests, and some of them are a little difficult to get. Uh, Not like this dye essence comes from dye seeds, and you need all these different dyes to make it, which are kind of hard to get. Well, they're not hard to get, but it takes time. So there's that. I think that's just about it for everything as far as an update goes. What I do want to do real fast is use the cheese that we've been selling to buy something else I can use the cheese with. So uh, we've talked about before wanting to use the rat mod. Rats are usually spawn in. Let's see. I know only rats can spawn on this garbage pile, but rats can randomly spawn in the dark, I guess. what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to use the money we've been making, and you'll see up here, it should, here in a second, go up, and it is. I'm going to buy some garbage piles. Okay, I've got 10 of them. How do I want to do this? Let's just do something like, we'll do a 2x2 area. This. We'll drop our garbage. Now, I didn't really need all this garbage pile, but, you know, just in case I need more later. Okay, now the rats are gonna only spawn in darkness. My monitor went black for a second, scared me. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cover this up. Actually, not gonna cover it totally up. I thought that fly was a rat. I was like, oh my goodness, we've already done it. Going to make a trapdoor. I might even have a trapdoor, but I don't know that it's worth for it. How do you make a trapdoor? Like this. Let's do, well, I've made 2 trapdoors. Oop. No. Alright. Let's hold off. Hold off on that for now. We're going to take these trapdoors. We're going to put them here. Okay. That way I can open up stuff later. Alright. We're going to take our cheese. Oh, is it just going to the end of the line? That's funny. Just wondering where it went. So we're going to take our cheese and we're going to drop it in here. Look, we already have a rat. Okay, cool. So rats, you drop cheese to them and they pick it up and start eating on it. Takes a lot of cheese because these rats are big fans of cheese and not big fans of people, which is fine. They don't understand that I am their friend. So I think what I'm going to do is pause the video here, and we'll come back when we have a cheesy friend. Well, I thought I was going to come back with a tamed rat, but this guy has gone through like 4 stacks of my cheese, which is fine, because again, we have the cheese tower of power with free cheese. This is taking forever, and also, I've got to go to bed. I'm a sleepy boy. So maybe next episode we'll have a guy who cares. Look, he even made a house. Like he's like so at home, full belly and everything that he's just making himself a house so that he can just chill, which isn't great. But yeah, hopefully by next episode we will have a tamed rat or multiple tamed rats. All right. Well, thanks for watching and goodbye.